class. Let's go ahead and get ourselves started. I've got you a little closer to the wall today so I can let my laptop charge while we are going through class. But glad to see you all again. Let's go ahead and get ourselves started. I'm going to begin with our arm swings with the shoulder internal and external rotation. Okay, and we're going to do about 30 seconds of that, and then we're going to move on to our next movement from there. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. All right, turn those thumbs up as you open up your chest. Turn those thumbs down as you cross your arms over the chest. 30 seconds on this one. There we go. I locked myself out of my office with all the equipment, so I was really scared I was going to be late, but I got an extra key just in time. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Let those arms come down and dangle. Now, next up here, class, we're going to go into our arm circles. I want to start off small and get larger and larger as we go. We'll get 20 seconds in each direction. All right, go ahead and start with me here. There we go. Small circles. Remember which direction you're going. And then get larger and larger at your own pace. Make sure we're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let those arms come down and dangle. All right. Now we'll go the same thing. Other direction though. 20 more seconds. Go ahead. Here we go. I'm moving backwards this time on my circle. And I'm still going to get larger and larger as I go. You want to find that full, comfortable range of motion by the end of the 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Next up, class, let's go to our vertical reaches. All right, so I'm going to get a little wider stance, bend those knees, bend those hips a little bit, and we'll reach up to the ceiling. Get a little bit of a twist. 30 seconds here. Just a tiny little twist here. Spread those fingers out as you reach up as high as you can. Get that full stretch all the way through the upper extremity. About halfway through on this one. Keep it up. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Next up, class, I want to go into our standing torso twist. Okay, so that'll be pretty much the same position. Hips and knees are bent. Get those elbows up. We'll go for 30 seconds here. All right, go ahead and start if you haven't already. Turn that chest to the walls on either side of you. You can keep your head still and focus on a stationary point out in front of you. If you tend to get dizzy, just keep throwing those elbows out. Get that nice twist, that nice rotation. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, I've got 2 more exercises for us before we move into our balance work for the day. The first one's going to be our mini squat. All right, so I'm going to show this one from the side, and we can hold a weight if you would like to. You can go body weight if you'd like to as well. But that mini squat, we're just getting a quick bend and right back up, right? Quick bend to the hip and the knee and right back up. And I want these to be fast, okay? So we're going to knock out 15 of these together. Again, just a quick bend and back up. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming down. Back up. That's 1. Going quick reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. I like to think of that exercise as just starting out, right? You're getting just the very top or start of the sitting down movement, right? You're sitting down into a chair. You're getting just partway down to that chair and back up. All right, now, last one I have for us here in class is going to be the standing scoop, okay? So, excuse me. I'm going to keep one leg underneath my body weight. I'm going to dig one heel out. You see my knee is bent a little bit. I'm going to scoop the floor. I'm keeping my chest up. My back is flat. I'm going to scoop for 30 seconds. All right, let's get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. You're going to have to bend both knees a little bit to get nice and low. Should be feeling this stretch in the hamstring. And again, that knee is slightly bent, just like we do in the seated hamstring stretch that we do in the cool down. Keep the eyes up, keep the chest up. Shoulders are pinched back, especially as you get down low. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Switch legs. That means I'm switching sides. We got the same thing for 30 more seconds. Go ahead and start if you haven't already. Keep that back nice and flat. I cannot emphasize that enough. Nice push back of the hips, right? We're getting a nice hinge here, just like in that seated hamstring stretch. Still got about 10 more seconds. Keep it up. And we're off to our balance work. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now, like I said, class, our balance work, I've got my chair right here. And I'm going to also talk about using a wall if you prefer to use that instead, all right? So we've got our wide, narrow, staggered, and tandem stance, as well as our single leg stance, whatever you prefer. And we're gonna keep working with the 2 movements or exercises that we were doing last week that we were here, okay? So 2 weeks ago now. That's going to be the 12-inch finger focus or watch focus for me, combined with the moving the head up and down through a comfortable range of motion for the neck, right? So combine one of those 5 stances with either the 12-inch finger or moving the head. We'll do that for this week, and then we'll transition next week into our last 2 progressions for that for the semester, okay? We've got 4 sets of 20 seconds. We're getting ourselves started in nice round time here. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm going tandem with the watch focus here. Here we go. About 10 seconds left here, class. Keep it up. Keep that breathing. Keep that chair next to you. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. All right, then as always, we're switching our feet regularly if we're in staggered or tandem. Actually, I'm going to switch my feet up right now, and I'm going to go to the watch focus once again. All right, we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 20 more seconds. Keep that breathing as well as you go. Very good. My shoulder's getting some work here too. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Next up here, class, I'm going to shift to the single leg stance, and I'm going to go with the head up and down. All right. You continue to do whichever exercise or combination is appropriate for you. All right. We're going to knock out these last 2 sets of 20 seconds here. Okay. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. There we go. Keeping that chair close to us just in case, or keeping the wall close to us just in case, whatever you got there. 5 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Shake out that plant leg a little bit if you're doing the single leg stance, right? And then we're going to go with our last set right here. All right, we got 20 more seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Not as good on my left foot as I am on my right. I'm feeling that here for sure. About 10 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. I'm very wobbly on my left foot there this morning. Very wobbly. All right. Now, I'm going to move this chair out of the way, and I want to go over our Monday power exercises. First one's going to be our hip thrust. You see here I've got my heavier weights of the 2 sets that I have. All right, that'll be 2 sets of 6 on that one. Okay, remembering to get the weights up with just the hip and lower body, and making sure we get a good glute pinch at the top of the rep as always. Okay, then we got our catch step, 2 sets of 30 seconds on that one. Always remembering to let gravity start us off, and then from the frontal view, keep that knee over the toe. All right, so I'm gonna turn this toward the wall here. Might be able to see that new backpack I've got there. There we go. I'm gonna move this stuff. There we go. Got a ton of keys. So let's start off with the hip thrust here, class. I'll face this way today. All right, I'm gonna get a nice set athletic position. I'm also gonna make sure I don't hit that rail. All right, we got 6 reps together with our heavier weights, and we're getting ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up. That's 1. Hit that glute pinch. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very good. Now I'm going to set these weights away from my feet, and we're going to knock out our first set of the catch step. And then if you remember, I got myself at the wall here in case I feel like I might lose my balance going forward on this first set. All right? We're going to knock out 30 seconds together in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Keep that knee aligned over the toe. Alternate back and forth between right and left. Take your time. I'm not very stable on my left foot this morning. There we go. Checking my time. 10 seconds left. Keep it up. Keep your breathing throughout this movement as well. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now let me get away from the wall. There we go. And let's knock out our last set of the hip thrust. All right, gonna stick with 2 sets on the power exercises. So I'll go the frontal view here for the hip thrust. Last set of 6, we're getting ourselves set, and we're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up. Good glute pinch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very good. What I tried to say on that first rep was good glute pinch. And I think I said glute pinch. I put an L on both of those words. All right, so excuse my getting tongue-tied there. But we got our last set of the catch step here. All right, 1 more set of 30 seconds, and I'll do a frontal view for this one as well. All right, we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Again, keeping that knee aligned over the toe. Take your time, let gravity do the work here, and then you react to it. Keep that breathing as you go. Still got 10 seconds left. Keep it up. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice job here, class. Catch your breath. Grab a sip of water if you need to. I'm going to make sure this is still plugged in well. There we go. I don't want that laptop to go down to 0 battery in the middle of our class. But anyway, let's get started with our first resistance training set. All right, I'm just going to stick with our same kind of formula for the rest of the semester here. So we're gonna have our Monday plan today be our squats, or our squat progression, I should say. All right, first one, we've got our double leg extension, as always, or we have our sit to stand, or we can also go with our squat. All right, that'd be a goblet or body weight squat. Now, always from the side, chest up, eyes up, back stays nice and flat, and we're also making sure to shove our knees out on the squat or the sit to stand. That'll be 3 sets of 12 reps for all 3 of those movements. Now keep in mind, if you want to do staggered stance for the sit to stand or the squat, you see one foot in front of the other. All right, we'll do 3 sets of 6 on each side. I will do the staggered stance as always, and I will let you know when to switch feet as always for all 3 sets. Okay, now the upper body movement that I want to pair with this is going to be the the dumbbell fly. Okay, we did bent over row 2 weeks ago, so we'll do the dumbbell fly today. All right. Now, as always, we can go with bent arm, right, making that goal post here from this position, or we can go straight arm. Get a nice shoulder pinch either way, right? Nice big chest as you come out. We'll be doing that one for 3 sets of 15 reps, okay? So 3 sets of 12 for the squat choice or squat progression, 3 sets of 15 for the dumbbell fly, okay? So let's start ourselves out on the squat progression. And I should also mention, class, if you want to hold on to weight while you're doing your squat or your sit to stand, feel free to do so as always. I'm going to hold on to my heavier weights here in a goblet hold, and we're going to knock out our first set together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up and back down. That's 1. Make sure you know where that chair is every time. 2, if you're choosing that sit to stand. 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch feet if you're staggered. Go right into it. 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11 and 12. Very good. All right, that's 1 set down. Remember, we're going to do 3 of those sets today, so keep that in mind as we go. Let's grab our light weights, and we're going to go into that dumbbell fly. All right, so finding my good athletic position, nice bent over position with the back flat here. Okay, we're going to knock out 15 reps together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming out and back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. I'm going to set these down away from my feet, and let's knock out a second set of the squat progression. I'm going to go with the squat this time. I'm going to get the chair out of the way. I'll do 1 set of squat with a frontal view and 1 set with a side view. I'll go frontal here on this one, but I'll go staggered as well, okay, to kind of keep that consistent. So we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming down and back up. That's 1. Shove those knees out as you go. 2, 3, chest up, eyes up. 4, keeping that back nice and flat. 5, And 6, switch feet if you're staggered, go right into it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Very good. So, like I said, for my last set of the squat, I'll turn to the side and do a side view. But first, we need to knock out our second set of the dumbbell fly. I'll go with the frontal view this time. All right, get that nice bent over position. And we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice shoulder pinch in every rep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. Setting these down away from my feet. And let's knock out one last set of the squat progression here. So I got my heavy weight, side view this time, and I'm gonna go staggered once again, all right? And we're gonna get ourselves started with 12 reps or 6 on each side in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming down and back up. That's 1, shoving those knees out. 2, chest up, eyes up. 3, 4, 5, 6, switch legs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, and 12. Very good. Now, we will need the heavy weights again for our next superset, but let's grab the lighter ones one more time for the dumbbell fly. Okay, we've got one last set of 15, and then we'll get a small little break. All right, so find that bent over position. We're getting ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. Hopefully my counting was on, or was accurate there for both of those exercises. But grab a quick sip of water, catch your breath if you need to. I'm gonna go over the next superset, and I'm sure you can probably guess what that's gonna be. First one's gonna be our RDL, okay? So, as always, we got the heavier weight or the resistance band, okay? So I'll be going back and forth between those two pieces of equipment for our 3 sets of 8 on the RDL, okay? But as always, from a side view, pop the knees, keep the back flat, make sure that weight stays close to the leg, and that back stays nice and flat. Okay? Big things we gotta remember every single time we do this. Every single rep, we gotta remember those things. Now, the upper body exercise I wanna pair with that is gonna be with the lighter weights, okay? It's gonna be our overhead press or lateral raise, all right? So remember, we have those options there. The overhead press, we're always starting with the palms facing the body. We're twisting the palms out as we press up and twisting the palms back in as we come back down to our starting position. That can be done seated or standing. Don't forget, class, we also have the lateral raise That can be done with bent arm. You see my elbows are bent at 90 degrees, right? So bent arm or straight arm. And remember with the straight arm, we're going forward slightly, not just going straight out the side. Right? It's going to be better for our shoulder blade going out at a forward angle just slightly. Okay? That'll be 3 sets of 15 reps with the lighter weights. Okay? So I'd like us to start off with the RDL. I'll do this first set with my heavier dumbbells. Okay? And I think I'll do a side view for this one. All right? So remember, class, we're going to 8 reps for each set. I'm saying that again so that I remember as well, right? So let's go ahead and get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming down, back is staying flat. Right back up, that's 1. Get a nice glute pinch at the top. That's 2, just like with the hip thrust class. Get a nice glute pinch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one, and 8. Nice job. That's 1 set down already. One thing I also like to just continually reinforce is keeping those weights close to the body. All right, so I'll do the resistance band for set 2, but first, let's grab those smaller weights and we'll knock out our overhead press or lateral raise. I'm going to go overhead press here for this first set. Okay, we've got 15 reps together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up and back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 2 more, 14, and 15. Very good. All right. I'm always a little bit nervous about that overhead press, right? Because these exercise clinic shirts have been getting smaller and smaller on me as I've gone through the years in this assistantship, and it might have gotten even smaller on me yet after Thanksgiving. Okay. So let's knock out our second set of the RDL. I just want to make sure my shirt's not coming up above and letting my stomach show on the camera. So somebody yell at me if that starts to happen. All right, but let's get our second set of the RDL going. I got my resistance band here ready to go, and we're gonna knock out this one together. I'm wrapping up some excess, and I can do this the exact same way as I would the dumbbells. All right, we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming down. Shove those knees out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Very good. I like to do the frontal view for the RDL because that's something that sometimes we don't talk about as much, right? A lot of times, I see this a lot with my tennis kids. When we do RDL or other hinging movements, we like to kind of cave our knees in a little bit. We have to avoid that, right? Shove those knees out here, just like you would on your squat or your deadlift, okay? So let's get our second set of the pressing option, or the upper body option, I guess I could call it. I'm gonna go with the lateral raise with the bent arm today for the second set, okay? I'll do straight arm for set number 3, okay? But I'm gonna start off from the side here. My elbows are bent at 90 degrees, and we're gonna knock out 15 reps together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming out and back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. All right, I'm gonna set these down over here. I tend to feel that one in my neck after a while. My neck muscles start to get tired toward the end of that whenever I do the bent arm lateral raise. But let's knock out this last set of RDL. We're gonna get 8 reps on this one as well. Go side view this time with my heavy weights. And we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. I'm coming down and back up. That's 1. Good glute pinch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 7, and 8. Very good. Now, I'm going to set these down. We shouldn't need our heavy weights unless you really, really want to use them for our last set of the upper body choice. Or if you want to use them for our core, you could. I'd recommend against that. And you'll see when I get to the exercises later. But let's knock out our last set of the either overhead press or lateral raise. All right, I'm going to go straight arm for these last 15 reps, and we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up and back down. That's 1. Slightly forward on that angle. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. Now, catch your breath, grab a sip of water if you need to while I go over this last superset, right? And I mentioned maybe wanting to avoid using the heavy weights. That's because our first exercise is going to be that behind the back pass, okay? So I always recommend either lightweight or no weight for that one, okay? Especially depending on your comfortability with your shoulder range of motion, okay, and your shoulder stability. But we're going to be doing 3 sets of 20 seconds on each side. Remember, we have that quadrant on our back side, really kind of targeting where you do your handoff between your 2 hands. So I'll always do that from this position. And remember, going close with the handoff, okay, this is and low. This is the easiest handoff right here. A little farther, make it a little tougher. We can go up higher, a little tougher yet. And then high and over to the other side. That's going to be the toughest handoff. All right. It doesn't have to be perfectly in a quadrant. Just make sure that you're challenging your mobility with each arm. Okay. So like I said, 3 sets of 20 seconds on each side. Now the core exercise that I want to pair with that today is going to be the Russian twist. And as always, we can do this from the chair or we can do it from the floor. And here's another area where I'll say grab whatever weight you want. Okay, we could use the heavy weight if you want to. You can use the light weight, you can use no weight. Okay, whatever you prefer for this one. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 30 seconds. Big things, just remember, that I don't want you relying on the seat, okay? You want to be sitting up in your chair or on the floor. Make your abs work against gravity. Get some good rotation as you go back and forth between each side. And then we can go with the feet on the floor or the feet off the floor. Just don't cross them, okay? We don't need to cross our feet in the Russian twist, okay? So let's knock out our first set of the behind the back pass first, all right? So I've got my one lighter weight here. I'm gonna get into the normal position that I do. And we're gonna get 20 seconds on each side here in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Go ahead. Challenge your mobility. Just 20 seconds on each side. Really working on that internal rotation. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. And let's do the same thing on the other side for 20 more seconds. Excuse me. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. There we go. We're going to finish this one off, and then we're going to go into that Russian twist for the first set. Checking my time. Still got 5 seconds left here, class. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. I'm going to leave this little weight up here so I can find it back. And let's knock out that first set of the Russian twist. So I'm in my chair to start. I'll do the last 2 sets from the floor, okay? So I'm gonna have my feet off. That's always gonna be a little tougher. The feet off the floor versus on. And we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Get that nice rotation as best you can. Keep your breathing throughout the set. Checking my time. About halfway through, class. Keep it up. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as you go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice job there, class. That's 1 set down on each. Let's go back to the behind the back pass for set number 2. All right, I'm always going to start on my right hand. Really doesn't matter to me which one you start with, all right? But we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. There we go. Keep that breathing throughout this set as well, all right? In through the nose, and out through the mouth. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Let's switch hands. We got 20 more seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. We'll be halfway through this superset after this set here. Keep it up. Keep that breathing. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. So, yeah, I said I was going to do the second set and third set from the floor. I'm going to tilt my camera down just a little bit. There we go. And maybe a little more. There we go. I don't think I'm ever going to reach professional cameraman status. But I think that we get by at least. So we're going to go feet together. I'm going to go off the floor to make it a little tougher. And then we're going to go for 30 seconds in our second set. All right. And we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Get that nice rotation, right? Think about your standing torso twist, right? Think about how we want to get the chest to turn to the wall on either side of you as you go. About halfway through, keep it up. Keep those feet together, don't cross them. 3, 2, 1, relax. All righty, you probably can hear it in my voice when I'm doing that set, that Russian twist, nice and controlled with the feet off the floor. That can be a pretty tough movement, all right? But let's get our last set of the behind the back pass, and then we'll get our last set of the Russian twist knocked out before our cardio, all right? We're moving along really well. Let's keep it up. So we've got 20 seconds. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 20 seconds on each arm. Then we shouldn't need the weights anymore after this set, unless you want to use them for the Russian twist. Keep that breathing. Let your core relax while you are doing your shoulders. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Let's do the same thing on the other side. 20 more seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Very good. Challenge that mobility. Find a spot. I'm going to really reach up on this one here. Reaching up and over. Get that hand off. In a challenging spot on your back. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. I'm going to set the resistance band and the dumbbells off on the side here. There we go. I'm not going to use the weight for the twist, but you certainly can. Like I said earlier, I'm going to go with a side view again for this Russian twist, and we're going to knock out 30 more seconds together in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Turn that chest. Hopefully you can see my chest when I turn toward the camera, and then you can hopefully see my back again when I turn away. All right, I'm trying to get that full range, keeping my feet together. Very good. About halfway through. Keep it up. Keep that breathing as you go. It's our last resistance training set before the cardio. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. All righty. So grab a sip of water. Catch your breath if you need to. I'm going to get this chair out of the way and explain our cardio sets for the day. I'm also going to fix the camera. There we go. Don't want my head to be cut off. There we go. And our first exercise today, class. Oh, shoot. You know what? I should have left the camera where it was. Because we're going to do, sorry, class. We're going to do our heel dig today. Okay? I always like to pair that with the standing scoop because we get the heel dig on both, and it helps me remember the workout a little bit better. So heel dig class, we can start off just doing the dig, right? So that's our first progression. Just stick the heel out, get some nice distance on that one, and go back and forth between the right and the left, okay? If I want to make that tougher yet, add the arms in, right? So now I'm pressing out both arms, no matter which leg comes out. I'll do this from the front, right? Both arms come out, no matter which leg comes out, okay? Then if I want to make that even tougher yet, I want to work my brain a little bit more, I can stick my right leg out and then stick my left arm out, okay? And play that game of opposites for the 3 sets of 40 seconds, or 45 seconds that we're going to be doing for this one, okay? So keep those 3 progressions in mind. The exercise I want to pair with that is going to be the V-step, okay? So the V-step, remember we have our 2 default spots. That's the starting spot that we're on. So I've got 1, 2, and those are a little narrower, okay? Then I've got my other 2 spots up front, 3 and 4. Those are a little wider. So we can always use that cadence that we have here, class. We're going to go wide, wide, narrow, narrow, okay? That will also be for 3 sets of 45 seconds, okay? So I'd like to start off with the heel dig today. I'll do a side view for this first one. We're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm doing the middle progression here for this one class. I've got the arm, both arms coming out, no matter which leg comes out. There we go. I'm keeping my breathing as I go. And remember, class, as you start to fatigue, you want to make sure that you're continuing to press out to a shoulder height, okay? We don't want to let our posture sink down. We want to keep our hands up at shoulder height. About 10 seconds till we transition to the V-step. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. V-step. Remember that cadence. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. 45 seconds. Remember how we can modify this, class, right? We can get lower as long as we keep our posture, right? We can try to go faster, right? Pick up the pace a little bit. Or we can take bigger steps. We can take longer and wider steps. As long as you stay stable and don't slip like I just did there. We're going to transition back to the heel dig with the optional press. In 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Back to the heel dig. I'm sticking with that same middle progression here. I'll do the brain progression, or the more cognitively challenging progression for the last set. There we go. Keeping the eyes up, keeping the hands up, keep that good posture. Checking my time. We still got 15 seconds left here, class. Keep it up. Keep that breathing. Very nice. 3, 2, and 1. Relax and reset. Back to the V-step. There we go. I don't want to go too wide on my step here because I don't want to slip. There's a slippery spot out there to my left. Almost did the splits in front of everybody there. Keep that breathing, keep the pace, right? We talk about that a lot, class. We talk about finding a pace and maintaining it all the way through. I know we had a week off, but I just want you to continue to do the best that you can. Right? Keep doing the best that you can to keep that pace all the way through. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Heel dig. Last time through on this one. Remember, I'm going with the more cognitively challenging set here. Playing that game of opposites as we go. Keeping that breathing. I'm keeping my hands at shoulder height as I press out. Very good. Checking my time. We've still got 15 seconds left. Keep it up. And then we've got one more set of the V-step. Checking my time. We're going to transition in 3, 2, and 1. Relax and reset. V-step. Last time through. Keep that intensity, keep that pace all the way through the end of the set. Got 30 seconds left. Keep it up. Very nice. I can see the bodies moving in the boxes. Nice job. Keep that pace. 15 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. I'm going to grab my chair in case I need it for the cool down. I'm going to quickly count everybody and then go over my cool down. Here we go. I got 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. Now let me make sure I know what I'm doing. Let's cool down. Okay. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Go back to the Zoom. I see some thumbs already. Awesome. Let me know when we're ready to go. You know, we had a week off, might need a little longer, a little more of a breather, but I think we're good. I did not do any exercise this last week, I'm going to be honest with you. Probably the most exercise I got was weaving around people at the mall on Black Friday, getting my Christmas shopping out of the way. All righty. So we're going to start off with our back scratch test today, class, our back scratch stretch. It'll be the test if you ever do it in the clinic, right? But here we're just going to call it the stretch. Let's remember that we're going to keep our posture. We're only going to get 20 seconds on each side because this does pose a breathing challenge to us, right? So I'm going to start off with my right arm going up and over and my left arm going down and around. We've got 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Keep that breathing. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Bring the arms down with control. All right. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll actually do a frontal view this time. I'm going to get my left arm up and over and my right arm down and around in 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds. There you go. Oh, I actually take that back. I did kind of get some exercise. Working at McFarland, it can get kind of busy being a PT or rehab aide, so I have to do a little bit of running here and there, and I was definitely breaking a sweat working there on Monday and Tuesday. 3, 2, 1, relax. So that was definitely some exercise there on those 2 days. But let's move to the wall here, class. I've got 2 stretches that I'd like to do at the wall here. And this one's going to be kind of like the counterpart to our arm reach across. It's going to be that thread the needle stretch, okay? I know that's not the most appropriate name or the most like fitting name, I should say, but threading the needle, we're going to have both hands on the wall, and I have this huge space in between my body and the floor and the wall. I'm going to reach my arm through and get a nice stretch in the upper back, right? Hopefully similar to the arm reach across that we do, okay? I'd like to get 30 seconds on each side with this one. So let's find that starting position. We're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and thread that needle. I know this is absolutely nowhere as near as difficult as threading an actual needle. Get that nice stretch in the upper back on the same side that you're, or the opposite side that you're reaching. So if I'm reaching to the left with my right hand, I should be feeling the stretch on my right shoulder and the right side of my upper back. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Let that arm come down and dangle. Let's do the same thing now on the other side. I do want to say one more thing before we do the second half of this set. Think about pinching your shoulder blade back. Some of you might have already been doing that, but I don't want that shoulder blade getting all wonky on the back side during this one. So I want you to think about pinching it back similarly to how you would on the reach across. All right, so let's do that here. Pinch that shoulder back, get that nice threading the needle on the other side. You got 30 seconds. I've got one more stretch at the wall after this one. It's going to be our static standing torso twist. Got 10 seconds left here, class. Keep it up. Keep that breathing as you go. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. So static standing torso twist here, class. I'm gonna get set up athletically. My hips and knees are bent. I'm just gonna turn, place my hands on the wall here. Remember, you can reach up, you can reach back, whatever you gotta do to get that stretch on the opposite side of your reach, okay? So let's get set athletically here. All right, go ahead and turn toward your wall. Got 30 seconds on this one. You want the lower body to stay facing forward. We want to get that chest to turn toward the wall here. Still got 15 seconds left. Three, two, one, relax. Very good. Now I'm just gonna pretend that I have a wall here on this side of me, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, so get those hips and knees bent, get that nice twist there, place those hands on the wall, 30 more seconds. I've got one more stretch after this one, and then I've got one stretch that we'll do off the camera. 15 seconds left, and then I want to make sure I talk to you all before you leave here at the end of the class as well. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. So the exercise that I have for us at the wall here is going to be for our hamstrings, and this one can also be done in a chair. You can choose to do our classic hamstring stretch instead. But I'm gonna get a nice athletic position. I'm gonna put my hands on the wall, and I'm gonna push my hips back and bend my knees just slightly, right? Very similar to our RDL position, okay? I can have my hands on the wall here if I want, but we're gonna go with 40 seconds on that one, like we would with any other hamstring stretch, all right? Now just keep in mind, we're finding that same RDL position, but this one can still be a little tough. All right, so if you'd rather do the more classic hamstring stretch, that's always an alternative option. All right, so we can always sit up, dig the heels in, and get a nice forward lean. Okay, I'm gonna do the stretch at the wall. All right, you do whichever one you prefer, and we're gonna go for 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Just find that good RDL position, whether you're in the chair or at the wall. Nice bend to the hip and the knee. Very good. About 10 seconds left here, class. Keep it up. Keep that breathing. Keep that back nice and flat, whether you're at the wall or if you're at the chair. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. So, 2 things I want to say here. Our last stretch is going to be done off camera, okay? And I wish I had grabbed that piano bench, but we've gone over these quadricep stretches enough to where I think I could just say them and you'll know what they are, right? So we can do the supine quadricep stretch where we're lying back on the bed and we're grabbing one leg there, pulling it back, getting a nice stretch. We can also go with our staggered stance quadricep stretch. I'm a little lightheaded here, all right? I wonder if it's not doing a whole bunch of movement during the last week, but I'm definitely a little lightheaded. But anyway, we can do the standing quad pull. We can do the staggered stance quadricep stretch, or we can do the chair-assisted lunge. All right? Either one of those 4 stretches are going to be good to do off camera today, which I like to do every once in a while. But for this week, I want to make sure that you all hear this, and I'll send an email out as well. I am going to be gone on Friday of this week, December 3rd, and I'll be gone that next Monday, December 6th. I'm going to be out of town for a little while. So what I'll do is I'll send everybody the link to the YouTube channel if they would like to do that. as their exercise, and I'll send you which day in the cycle we are at. So I can tell you which video to watch if you want to stick with the kind of progression that we do over our 12-day cycle that we have there. So yes, I'll be gone Friday, December 3rd. I want to make sure my dates are right. Friday, December 3rd, and Monday, December 6th. All right, so we'll still have live class this Wednesday, and then I'll see you again for a live session that following Wednesday. All right, so, but that's all that I have for you for today, class. I want to thank you all so much for participating once again. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Wednesday.